I'd like to start this lesson on complex synthesis from the Granular synthesizers. Now, what they do is they use an audio file, let's say the one we choose, like this or like that. So we import it like we would in a sampler. But the Granular synth is actually going to divide this whole waveform into subdivisions or grains, and then we can even introduce some randomness to those grains being played. So once we play a piece of this audio file, it's subdivided into smaller pieces, grains, which are randomly played. So we get a really crazy oscillator out of it. Now, mind you, this was the original file, and this is what we get. So by using the spray functionality, and file position, we can actually choose from which piece of this wave file we want to use the grains from. So we are choosing a piece of the wave file, and we are just dividing that into subgrains, small grains of the sound, which are then randomly, by using the spray functionality, selected and played, giving us a completely new way of synthesizing an oscillator for us from out of this audio file. Now, as you can see in this Granular synth, we also have an FM source, we have filters, two filters actually. We also have an LFO, we have a scanning functionality, which is actually going to scan down through this file once we play. See, downwards. Nice. We also have amplitude modulation. Let's try that. So all the different kinds of synthesis are involved. We also have, as I said, FM, we have filters that will make it, subtractive. So we have different options to make this granular principle even more complex. What the Granular synth is doing, once more, is subdividing this entire wave file into small grains. So we are choosing which portion of the file we want to divide into grains, and those grains can be played randomly. See, starting randomly for different pieces of that file and playing those grains really randomly and chaotically. So we get a completely new sound out of this. So many different functions we can get from that. So that's one of the crazy ways you can use to actually generate something totally weird from your audio files that actually do sound completely normal. Like that. We can try another one. Like this. Now that's really nice. Out of this sound, we got so we can even play chords, it's polyphonic. Out of those grains right there, weird crazy sound out of just this one pluck right there. Now I think that's pretty awesome. Now in the last lesson about types of synthesis, I already told you that the Serum, the synth that we talked about, has a lot of synthesis types inside of it. But let's just go over those so I can show you how special that really is. Now, I've shown you that it has wavetable synthesis, so I can choose any one of these wavetables. That's what they're called, because they are actually a collection of waveforms of oscillators. So this actual one has 256 different oscillator types, and I can browse through them just using this wavetable position. So it's seamlessly sliding through these different oscillators like that. I'm playing the wrong synth. Lower. So that way, one oscillator becomes 256 different ones that we can actually change on the fly. And we can involve that change into a sound that's actually evolving and changing. But another thing we can do is we can create a custom wavetable for ourselves. So we can actually create a wavetable of all of these different waveforms. So how do we do that? Well, we can go inside this editor, and I can actually drag in audio samples out of anything and just create like this, let's say FFT, and I can create a wavetable of different oscillators, just like that. So now you see I have different oscillations, and you can browse through them, just like that. That's what it sounds like. It's made out of a percussion sample. But aside of that, I can also, within this oscillator, if I reset that, I can go on and initialize the preset. Okay. Now, if I go inside this, and I have only one of these, so these are all the waves contained within the wavetable. So these are all the different oscillators we put inside here, and then we can browse through them. We can morph from one to the other, creating that wavetable that morphs from one shape of the oscillator to another. Now, what I can also do is I can use additive synthesis inside of the synth. How do I do that? Well, if you check this out, I can add single harmonics right there. So if I adjust the first harmonic, I have that nice sine wave you already seen. So that's one harmonic, one sine wave. I can also mess with its phase. So I can adjust the phase of that harmonic, where the phase is going to be. I can add another harmonic. And of course, I can control the amplitude of that harmonic, how loud that next harmonic is going to be, like this one. So that's double the frequency of the first one. See this, and then double frequency that. Now when I add them together like that, this is the mix. If I move the phase of the second one, I just get variations in the mix. I can actually hear what this sounds like by playing those. And I can add more harmonics. Now the highlighted ones are actually the ones that are the multiples of the fundamental of the first harmonic. So this is the double frequency of the first one. See that? Now this one is the double. This one is the double of the next one. So I do have the multiples of the fundamental frequency by 2, 4, 8, 16, and so forth. But I also have the rest of them all the ways in between. So this one, the second one, is the double of the fundamental, and the next one is the triple multiplier of the fundamental. Next one is 4 times the fundamental, and so forth. So an additive synthesizer within Serum, which I can use to create wavetables. So I can use additive synthesis to create a single oscillator, then save that oscillator, make another one, and then change it a tiny bit, then make another one, change it using additive synthesis, maybe even changing the phases of all of these, amplitudes, and of course, this is the frequency, amplitude, and phase for each one, and then add more. So now I have created a wavetable using additive synthesis within Serum, and of course I have the filter on top, so it makes it subtractive, and I also have the FM, if you remember from the last lesson, so that makes it an FM synthesizer too. So that's a complex synthesizer because it has more than just one type of synthesis included within it. Makes it more versatile and makes the sounds you can make with it more versatile too.